There comes a moment in every person's life when the struggle feels unbearable, when the bills pile up, when the heart tightens at the sight of an empty wallet, and when even hope begins to tremble under the weight of fear. Yet, in that very moment, hidden beneath the noise of desperation, something ancient whispers, a truth that has always existed. It says that the universe never withholds. It only mirrors. And that what flows to you is not decided by your effort, but by your energetic agreement with abundance itself. This is the strongest prayer to the universe, not a prayer of begging or asking, but a prayer of remembrance. Because true prayer is not words spoken to the sky. It is the vibration you hold within your being. When a person prays with fear, the universe hears fear. When they pray with lack, the universe hears lack. But when a person embodies the feeling of wealth, of certainty, of gratitude for what already exists unseen, then the universe moves heaven and earth to match that frequency. You are about to learn a prayer that transcends language, one that calls directly to the creative substance of reality. It is not a formula to manipulate, but an alignment to receive. Because the moment you stop asking from need and begin radiating from knowing, everything that once felt far away rushes toward you. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply. Feel the air as it moves into your body. This breath is proof that the universe provides. You did not struggle for it. You did not beg for oxygen to fill your lungs. It simply flowed, because it is your natural right. Money, too, is the same energy. It is meant to flow, to circulate, to nourish, to expand through you. It only hesitates when your inner state resists it. So the strongest prayer begins not with, "Please give me money," but with the energy that declares, "We are already one." Every thought you have sends a vibration into the field of creation. The stronger the emotion tied to that thought, the faster the energy rearranges matter to match it. That is why most people who feel anxious about money continue to attract scarcity, because their emotions, though unintentional, are powerful prayers. The mind says, "I want wealth," but the heart vibrates, "I don't have it." The universe listens to the vibration, not the vocabulary. So to truly receive, one must learn to pray not as a beggar, but as a creator. Not from the position of absence, but from the certainty of abundance. Neville Goddard once taught that every prayer is already answered, but it becomes visible only when one assumes the feeling of the wish fulfilled. That assumption is not arrogance. It is faith in motion. It is the sacred act of creation itself. Imagine now that your financial life has transformed completely. Feel what it would be like to wake up in a home that reflects your highest vision. Picture the peace that would flood your body when your accounts overflow. Feel the gentle smile that comes when you no longer worry about tomorrow. Let your body believe it is real right now. Because in the eyes of the universe, what is felt deeply is already true. The outer world is simply the delayed reflection of that inner conviction. The strongest prayer, therefore, is not a sentence, it is a state of being. But you can use words to lead yourself into that state. Say softly within your mind, "Divine Source, eternal giver of life, all that exists flows from you. Money is not separate from you, nor from me. It is your energy moving through form. In this moment, I choose to release all fear, all unworthiness, all resistance. I open myself to the current of abundance that already surrounds me. I am aligned with wealth, not tomorrow, but now." Let those words linger. Let them vibrate through your chest. Feel how your body subtly shifts when you declare such truth. Because true prayer changes not the universe, but the prayer. When your internal frequency changes, everything external reorganizes to reflect it. Perhaps right now, part of your mind whispers, "But I've said affirmations before, and nothing changed." Understand this, repeating words is not enough. The power lies in the emotional charge behind them. Words are like keys, they only open the door when they turn with feeling. To pray powerfully is to feel the truth of abundance so vividly that your nervous system believes it. When that happens, your subconscious begins broadcasting new signals into the quantum field. Those signals draw to you experiences, opportunities, and synchronicities that match your vibration. Many people unknowingly sabotage this process. They pray in the morning, but worry by noon. They declare abundance, but check their bank account in fear. They cancel their prayer with their emotional habits. The strongest prayer, therefore, is consistency, an unwavering inner stance that refuses to slip back into lack. You must treat your feeling of abundance like sacred fire, tending to it even when the outside world still looks cold. Here's a truth the wise have always known: the universe does not respond to effort, it responds to energy. You could spend years working hard, yet remain in poverty if your consciousness is rooted in struggle. Or you could shift your vibration for just one moment of pure alignment, and watch doors open that your logic could never explain. This is not fantasy, it is law. Energy precedes matter. Spirit precedes form. Every dollar that enters your life first existed as a vibration in your field. So how do you hold that vibration? Through prayer that feels like gratitude, not desire. Through imagination that feels real, not wishful. Through words that affirm connection, not distance. The strongest prayer to the universe to receive money sounds like this: Divine Life, I celebrate the abundance that flows through me. Everywhere I look, wealth surrounds me. In nature, in people, in opportunities. Every heartbeat is proof that you are giving freely, endlessly. I receive without guilt, without fear, without limitation. The energy of money serves my highest good, and I circulate it with joy. Thank you for this overflowing supply that meets all needs before they even arise. Notice something powerful about that prayer. It doesn't ask. It recognizes. It doesn't plead. It acknowledges. Because the more you praise the abundance that already exists, the more the universe multiplies it. Gratitude is the magnetic field of receiving. Every time you say, thank you, you tune your frequency higher, and reality rearranges to reflect your thankfulness. When you live in a state of genuine gratitude, the subconscious begins to believe that abundance is your natural environment. Then it no longer blocks wealth, because it no longer feels foreign. And what the subconscious accepts as familiar, the universe cannot help but deliver. So if you desire financial transformation, begin by shifting how you see yourself in relation to money. Stop treating it as something external, something that must be chased or earned through suffering. Begin to see it as a loyal current always trying to find its way to you, but blocked by walls of fear and self-doubt. Each time you pray in love, in gratitude, in faith, those walls melt a little more. The ancient mystics understood that prayer was never about convincing God to act, it was about aligning the self with divine law. Just as a radio must tune to a frequency to hear music, you must tune your consciousness to the frequency of abundance to experience it. That is what this prayer truly does. It reattunes your vibration to the channel of prosperity that has always been broadcasting. Let's go deeper. Think of a time when you felt truly supported by life. Perhaps when something unexpected arrived at just the right moment, when help came without asking, or when an opportunity appeared out of nowhere. In that moment, you felt relief, gratitude, a sense of being cared for. That feeling is the essence of this prayer. It is the emotional password that unlocks abundance. Every day, take a few minutes to sit in silence and summon that feeling deliberately. Close your eyes. Breathe. Feel safe. Feel guided. Whisper this to the universe. Thank you for the unseen forces that work in my favor. Thank you for aligning people, circumstances, and events for my prosperity. I trust in your timing. I rest in your abundance. I walk in the certainty that everything I need flows to me with ease. Let it not be a mantra of desperation, but of assurance. When you pray this way, your nervous system relaxes. The body shifts from survival mode to creation mode. The heart begins to emit coherent energy that communicates directly with the quantum field. And because coherent energy is stable, the universe responds rapidly. Suddenly, money begins to flow in ways you couldn't predict: a refund, a new client, an idea that leads to income, a conversation that opens a door. That is the magic of true prayer. It rearranges probabilities. But there's another layer to this. Money is not just paper or digits in an account. It is energy made visible. It responds to love, respect, and purpose. When you resent money or fear it, you push it away. When you honor it as divine energy serving human good, it begins to multiply through you. So part of your prayer must also include this reverence. Sacred Source, bless the energy of money. Cleanse it of fear, greed, and guilt. Let it move through me to create peace, joy, and comfort for many. Let every dollar I touch become a seed of goodness that multiplies love in the world. In giving and receiving, let me remain one with your endless flow. This level of prayer transforms money from a tool of survival into a vehicle of expansion. It lifts your vibration beyond selfish desire into divine cooperation. The universe loves such alignment. It rushes to support those who intend to use wealth as a force of harmony. Here is the secret most never realize. You are never praying for money. You are praying as abundance itself. The consciousness of abundance is the prayer. Once that state is reached, the outer form, money, arrives as a natural consequence, not as a miracle. The most powerful moment is when you finally stop doubting. When you no longer peek at the outer world to confirm your progress, but rest in the invisible truth that the field is rearranging itself. Because faith means acting as though it is already done. It means walking through your day with quiet confidence, giving thanks for what your senses have not yet seen but your soul has already claimed. Each time you catch yourself worrying, pause and breathe the prayer again. Not mechanically, but intentionally. Feel the truth of it ripple through your being. Whisper, the energy of wealth surrounds me now. Opportunities appear with ease. I am guided by infinite intelligence. Every step I take leads to prosperity. Do not rush. Feel it until your skin tingles, until your breath deepens, until your chest softens. That physical shift is proof that your frequency has changed. In that moment, you are no longer searching for money. You are summoning it from within. And when you open your eyes, move through the world with the grace of one who knows they are supported. Spend with gratitude. Receive with openness. Give with joy. Each of these acts reinforces the vibration of abundance, strengthening your prayer in motion. When you begin to live inside this awareness, something miraculous happens. The fear of not having enough fades, not because the world around you suddenly changes overnight, but because your perception does. You begin to feel rich before the evidence appears. You begin to sense that life itself is your provider, and that the flow of money is only one of the many ways the universe expresses its care. This is when the shift occurs, when your heart stops chasing and starts allowing. The universe is precise. It responds with mathematical accuracy to the energy you hold most consistently. Every thought is a seed, and every emotion is the water that nurtures it. When your thoughts are saturated with gratitude and your emotions are soaked in certainty, you cultivate a field that can only yield prosperity. You can pray every hour, but unless your feeling agrees with your words, you are watering two different gardens, one of abundance and one of lack. The strongest prayer unifies them into one. There is a divine rhythm to all creation, and you are part of that rhythm. The trees never force their growth, the ocean never doubts its waves, the stars never question their place. They exist in harmony with the universal flow. So when you enter that same rhythm through faith and surrender, money finds its way to you as naturally as breath enters your lungs. That is the essence of this prayer, to stop resisting the current and let it carry you. But resistance can be subtle. It shows up as worry, guilt, self-criticism, or the belief that you must prove your worth before receiving. The strongest prayer dissolves these illusions by replacing them with truth. Whisper this whenever doubt appears. Divine Source, remind me that worthiness is not earned, it is inherent. Let every breath remind me that abundance is my birthright. I release the illusion of separation. I am already provided for in ways beyond my imagination. Let these words move deeper than your mind. Let them reach your subconscious, because that is where the transformation truly happens. The subconscious mind is the bridge between spirit and matter. It obeys feeling, not logic. When you feel abundant, it accepts that feeling as a command, and begins to orchestrate reality to reflect it. That is why this prayer must be felt, not merely spoken, but lived in vibration. Science now affirms what mystics have always known. Your heart emits an electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond your body. That field carries your emotional signature into the world. When you hold gratitude, coherence, and love, your heart's signal becomes ordered and strong. The universe, an intelligent field of energy, responds by aligning external circumstances with your internal order. Prayer, then, is not superstition, it is energetic communication with creation itself. Each night before sleep, speak to the universe as you would to a trusted friend. Feel the quiet stillness of your room. Let your body relax. Then say, "Beloved Source, thank you for this day. Thank you for every form of abundance that revealed itself, seen and unseen. Thank you for the money that is already making its way to me. I rest in your care, knowing that tomorrow I will wake to new opportunities, new blessings, and new evidence of your endless generosity." As you drift into sleep holding this energy, your subconscious continues the prayer. It begins rearranging neural pathways, dissolving old beliefs, and harmonizing with the frequency of wealth. By the time morning comes, the universe has already begun aligning situations in your favor. Sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically, but always with precision. You will notice small signs first. Someone mentions an opportunity. A forgotten payment arrives. An old idea suddenly feels alive again. These are the universe's whispers saying, "Stay in faith. Keep your vibration steady." Do not dismiss them as coincidence. They are confirmation that your prayer is working. Gratitude turns those whispers into symphonies. Now, understand that this prayer is not meant to bypass action, it awakens inspired action. The kind that feels effortless. The kind that flows through you rather than drains you. When your vibration is clear, guidance becomes natural. You suddenly feel pulled towards certain people, projects, or paths. That pull is divine intuition, the universe directing its resources through you. Following it is part of the prayer. Whenever doubt creeps in, remind yourself that money is not a reward for effort, it is a reflection of energy. You do not have to force wealth into your life. You only need to create the inner conditions that make it inevitable. The strongest prayer is therefore not a plea, but a partnership. It is a dance with the infinite, where you lead with gratitude and the universe follows with provision. At this point, your relationship with money begins to heal. You stop seeing it as something that defines your worth, and start seeing it as an instrument of divine expression. You realize that the same intelligence that guides planets also guides prosperity. You begin to bless others with ease, because you trust there is always more to come. This trust expands your energetic field even further, magnetizing abundance in ways that logic cannot comprehend. Now, take a deep breath and imagine golden light surrounding you. It expands with every inhale, brighter, warmer, filling the space around your heart. Feel this light representing the energy of abundance. Whisper within your mind. This light is my connection to infinite supply. It moves through me freely. It flows wherever I go. Money, opportunities, ideas, all are drawn to this light. I am a channel of divine prosperity. As you hold this image, realize that you are not asking the universe for money. You are remembering that you are the universe expressing itself as abundance. You are the vessel through which wealth circulates. Every act of gratitude, every thought of generosity, every breath of trust widens the channel. The strongest prayer to the universe to receive money is therefore not a single sentence, it is a lifestyle. It is the way you wake up in the morning and give thanks before your feet touch the floor. It is the way you speak kindly to yourself when doubt arises. It is the way you bless every dollar that passes through your hands. Every action infused with awareness becomes prayer. And so, when you face challenges, when the bills come or uncertainty knocks, remember this truth. What you see is temporary. The energy behind it is eternal. The moment you return to gratitude, to the feeling of peace, you begin to rewrite the outcome. The outer world bends to your inner conviction. That is the law of consciousness. This is your declaration now. Divine Universe, I stand in the awareness of endless abundance. I trust that money flows to me easily and continuously. Every resource I need comes at the perfect time. I radiate gratitude for all that has been, all that is, and all that is becoming. Nothing is missing. Nothing is lacking. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Pause and let these words settle into silence. Feel them not as hope, but as truth. The silence after the prayer is sacred. That is where receiving happens. The mind speaks, but the heart listens. In that stillness, you align with the divine intelligence that governs everything. The more often you enter this stillness, the faster your outer reality transforms. Prayer is not about duration, it is about depth. A single moment of genuine gratitude can shift more energy than hours of anxious asking. So throughout your day, return to that feeling again and again. Whisper thank you for every small blessing, every beam of sunlight, every kind gesture. Gratitude keeps the channel open. Eventually, you will reach a point where money flows without effort, not because you control it, but because you no longer resist it. You will see yourself surrounded by opportunities, supported by people, guided by intuition. You will realize that your prayer never ended, it simply became the way you live. And when that happens, wealth is no longer something you pursue. It becomes something you express. You move through the world with quiet confidence, knowing that you are part of a divine ecosystem that never runs out. You give generously, receive joyfully, and exist in the rhythm of cosmic exchange. This is the final key, the heart of the strongest prayer, to remember that abundance was never about accumulation, but circulation. To give freely, to receive gratefully, to live fearlessly. That is when you truly master the energy of money. So tonight, before you sleep, place your hand on your heart and say, "Thank you, universe, for the infinite flow of wealth that surrounds me. Thank you for every way you provide. I rest in the certainty that all is well, that all is coming, that all is already here." And as you close your eyes, feel the gentle hum of that truth vibrate within you. Feel the energy of the universe responding in kind, because it always does. Every prayer uttered in faith becomes an instruction to reality. And reality, ever obedient to vibration, will shape itself around your belief. You will wake tomorrow not as one who lacks, but as one who has remembered. Remembered the law. Remembered the source. Remembered that the power to receive was never outside you. It was always in the stillness of your own being. So let this be your practice, your song, your prayer. Live as abundance itself. For when you do, the universe has no choice but to echo your truth in every corner of your life. That is the strongest prayer to the universe to receive money, not spoken to the stars, but lived from the heart.